you might be able to. What is your name? Mia. You look so familiar.
Really?
Yeah, you don't live in Taos, do you?
No.
No.
I live in Miami.
That's so weird. You look so weird. But,
Gently.
this is so cool. But if you go online, there's a lot of places that will sell small ones. Yeah.
So you said that you prayed when the vest that you made. Remind there was a prayer in it. Is this when is this when you pray when you're making it?
Well, when I'm laying it out.
When you're rolling
When I'm
it?
laying it out, that's when I'm putting intention into it. And then unfortunately this has to happen to me.
So you haven't gotten to the laying out part,
No,
right?
the laying out was
No, that was in the beginning.
Oh, got it. Okay.
You're making sure.
If you're doing production, you're going to be rolling a couple thousand of those things a day when we're in production. And that's kind of a lot. The first day it's okay, the second day and the third it's so when I start everything out by hand. Because for me with this machine, it doesn't work otherwise. But I have a feeling that it has to do with just putting one's energy into it.
So you start out this way and then you finish. Hey, how are you? Good.
You put it in the machine.
Hey, there she is.
Yesterday's shoplifting routine, would you like to get your anger off?
Yeah,
Somebody shoplifted.
Oh no. Really good.
somebody came in and I bought two skates out of my pocket. $40 skating. And I had my beautiful display of great and when I turned around to my car, she grabbed the big $47 skate and left. She left. And it took me about 5 minutes to realize I was gone. I am? Oh, again? 10. What was round up? 12, 13, 14, 15.
You know, I hear a lot about felting in the washing machine. What is that? When would you do that?
That's if you knit something.
All that work, you just walk out
You
with
would
it.
like to
That will really
have
hurt.
it become very thick and hardened. That's actually, people call it felting, but technically from my point of view, it's called fulling.
Fully.
That's,
Extreme fully.
it's got to already be knit, so it's already, the wool has already been spun, it's already been pulled together.
Right.
If I were to put this in the washing machine and let it agitate at this point, I would come back and find a really messy drum of the washer.
It'd be like cat hair in the washer.
Yeah, it'd be like Kleenex, you know.
With the knitted thing, you wet it before you put it in the washing machine, or you just put it in the wash
No, I think you just toss it in there.
with water and then it agitates? With soap?
It actually works better if you're agitating it in top loader as opposed to a front loader.
But do you put soap in there too?
Yeah.
Or it's just water?
Yeah,
More or less, right?
whatever. You know, like whatever you would have wet finished it in. You know, usually when after, even if you're knitting, you would do a wet finish because there's oils and machine stuff on spun wool especially.
Oh, it's one piece. Isn't that amazing? This is where it's kind of an alchemical thing, and this is so much, what makes it fun. Because you can't control it. You know, it shrunk quite a bit.
Yeah, it did.
In that direction, which is fine.
About 25,
This will make
30%.
a cute little handbag, actually.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Little clutch. So we're basically like 2/3, maybe halfway done here.
Okay.
I'll do it very much quickly, but I'm going to take that. And normally, like I say at home, I stick this in a plastic thing and stick it in the microwave for 5 minutes. Instead of doing that, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I would actually put more water.
Yeah, that's what I, because you don't want it to burn.
So I'm getting it hot.
For not long, huh?
No, it just needs
And
to
you
be
have more
hot.
aggression coming out. How many
Yeah.
times?
So you're just counting on the temperature change there?
Yeah, it's not, again, it's not like making a cake or building a rocket. It's pretty simple.
Very labor intensive.
Very labor
You need to
intensive.
count that?
No, what I'm looking for is sometimes I throw it up in the air. Yeah.
Whoa!
So I'm looking for that surface to start showing some,
Oh, you try to get the
some
wrinkles.
bubbly.
You want the wrinkles to happen.
That tells me that it's really fulling. It's hardening. So we're going to wet again, get it hot. Sometimes also, at this point, if it's something that's hard to felt, if I'm having trouble with it, I will put more soap. But the thing I like about using the microwave in the bowl is that it keeps the soap in. So when I'm doing this, it's kind of taking the soap out. And I actually want the soap to be in there. But if it's something I'm having a hard time with getting it to hold together, then I'm going to knead it like this a little bit with the soap, and I'm just going to really squeeze it. And then I'm going to throw it some more, stand back. Use my upper arm once in a while. And of course, I don't have a plastic table, so it's not quite as noisy as this.
What do you use? A regular
I
like?
have a wood table
Oh, yeah?
that's covered in plastic. That's really fine. Now it's shrunk, probably 10% more.
Yep.
It's usually with felt, it tends to shrink more in the center part, so that you tend to have these big sort of wings here. So then you can mess around with it. But that's basically it, and then it gets rinsed, which I didn't get my rinse water, so I'm not going to do that right now. It gets rinsed, but you know what? I'm not going to rinse it because it kind of got rinsed in there. But
You're going to wait for the microwave edition?
Does it get rinsed in cold water?
yes, you can rinse it first in warm water if you want, and then in cold water. The last final rinse ought to have a little vinegar in it so that you restore it to its acidic pH. Because it's going to be a longer lasting textile if you do that.
Once it dries out, can you go back and add water and vinegar to it? How much? What's the proportion of water and vinegar?
Usually it's about a tablespoon to 1 or 2 gallons of water.
So now you're drinking the water out. As if
Yeah,
you
now I'm
finished.
spinning it. I usually, if I'm, at home, I don't normally use this too much anymore. But if I'm, usually I'm doing, I'm not doing one piece at a time. The vests, the bigger pieces, they're one at a time. And to spin them dry, I have to put them in the washing machine. If I'm doing scarves, I will do maybe 8 or 10 at a time, and those will go in the washing machine. It gets just spun. So, that's a lot of. So anyway, that's our felt.
Isn't that amazing?
You can feel it's a nice weight. It's about the weight of the.
That's
vest.
nice. That's fantastic. It's so easy.
And the nice thing about felt, if you make things, it's such a forgiving textile because it's not going to ravel. You cut it. It's strong. It'll keep the edge.
So if you're making a garment like this, you can cut it.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need to cut it
Nope.
at all.
Nope.
No cutting at all.
Nope.
And this
It's
is.
got that natural
This I
roll
didn't
to
cut.
that
This was the
color.
natural edge.
That looks right.
I
It
just made a
is.
circular edge. So then it's kind of sticking together there.
That's fantastic.
That was very nice.
That is awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's a very, very ancient process, and yet you can still do very modern, contemporary things with it. I love felt.
So how old is the technique? You mentioned
You
Korean.
know, I have read in so many different books, anywhere from 5,000 years to 20, 30,000 years, so I don't think we really know. Because it's not one of those things that archaeologists normally find, because it would rot, after a couple of thousand years, I would think. Maybe after 5 years, I don't know, underground. But hard to say.
That's amazing.
It's hard to say. And if you want to read a very cute account of how felt might have been discovered, there's a woman named India Flint. India Flint, and she has a website. It's indiaflint.com, and she's got a very cute version of how felt came to be.
So, Mary, what would you do with this piece?
I would make a little handbag out of it, a little clutch.
And you would just sew it.
Yeah. Just sew the ends. And probably line it. Just.
That'd be perfect with the
That'd be cute. Yeah.
Yeah.